Welcome to Get Sleepy Science. I'm so glad you found your way here. Your brain is creating entire worlds right now while you rest. Landscapes, conversations, sensations, all from electrical signals and memory fragments. You'll discover the moment when dreaming minds wake up inside their own dreams and understand why consciousness never truly sleeps. Now settle in. You're in your safe space while your mind quietly prepares for tonight's adventures. Sorting memories. Releasing the day's tensions. Allow yourself this moment of peace. We'll journey through 100 psychology facts about lucid dreaming. From the electric moment awareness arrives in darkness, to how sleeping brains maintain consciousness, to the bridge between dreaming and waking that some travelers cross each night. This thoughtful journey through consciousness builds bridges between searching minds. A soft like or sharing your thoughts creates a pathway for more dreamers to discover this sanctuary of calm. One sleepy soul at a time. Your journey inspires ours. Let yourself settle completely here. Feel your jaw unclench. Your breath deepen naturally. You can let these thoughts drift past without holding them. Sense that soothing heaviness enveloping you. Like your consciousness slowly dimming its brightness. Thoughts dissolving into the peaceful fog of approaching sleep. Safe and undisturbed. Close your eyes and breathe deeply. You're floating where memories rest safely in gentle darkness. Let your mind merge with infinite peace. And now we begin. Have you ever suddenly realized, mid-dream, that you were dreaming? That strange, electric moment when you knew, this isn't real, but you were still inside it. According to recent studies from the Max Planck Institute of Psychiatry, about 55% of people experience this at least once in their lifetime. That moment has a name: lucid dreaming. It's not waking up. It's something stranger and more beautiful. You remain fully asleep, your body paralyzed and resting, your eyes moving rapidly beneath closed lids. Yet somewhere inside that sleeping brain, a small light of awareness switches on. You know you're dreaming while the dream continues around you. It's consciousness witnessing its own creation. Awareness, observing imagination as it unfolds. This is where our journey begins tonight. With that impossible, wonderful moment of recognition in darkness. The moment feels different for everyone, but certain sensations appear again and again in research interviews. Some people describe it as suddenly seeing through a veil, like the dream world becomes slightly transparent. Others feel a gentle jolt of clarity, as if they've just remembered something important they'd forgotten. Sleep researchers at the University of Wisconsin documented these descriptions in studies published through 2024, finding common patterns across cultures and ages. Many people report a sensation of the dream pausing briefly, becoming still, as if reality itself is taking a breath. Time seems to stretch in that instant. The dreaming mind recognizes itself. And for just a moment, everything feels both utterly familiar and completely impossible. You're present in two states at once: the dreamer and the dream, the observer and the observed, asleep and somehow awake. The sensation often begins with something feeling slightly wrong in the dream. Perhaps you notice you're reading text, but the words keep changing when you look away and back again. Or you're flying, which should feel impossible, yet somehow feels natural. Your sleeping mind encounters something that doesn't quite fit the rules of waking reality. According to cognitive neuroscience research from Stanford University's sleep lab, this discrepancy creates what scientists call a reality testing moment. Your brain, even while dreaming, maintains some ability to notice inconsistencies. When those inconsistencies accumulate to a certain threshold, something remarkable happens. A part of your mind that usually sleeps during dreams, the prefrontal cortex, responsible for self-awareness and critical thinking, begins to activate. That's the moment. That's when the dream becomes lucid. When awareness blooms in the middle of sleep, what makes this moment so extraordinary is that it shouldn't be possible at all. During normal REM sleep, the stage when most vivid dreaming occurs, the prefrontal cortex remains largely quiet, its activity suppressed. This is why regular dreams feel so real while we're in them. We accept impossible situations without question. We don't notice that we're talking to people who died years ago, or that we're suddenly back in childhood homes we haven't seen in decades. The critical, analyzing part of our mind is essentially offline. But in lucid dreams, according to neuroimaging studies from the University of Frankfurt published in 2024, that critical region somehow reactivates while you remain deeply asleep. You gain the ability to think, to question, to recognize the dream for what it is, without waking up. It's consciousness operating in two modes simultaneously. The first few seconds after becoming lucid often feel unstable, like standing on shifting ground. Many experienced lucid dreamers describe a sensation of the dream threatening to collapse or fade. This makes perfect sense neurologically. Your brain is trying to maintain two contradictory states at once: the deep relaxation and reduced critical thinking of REM sleep, and the self-aware analysis of waking consciousness. Sleep research from the Netherlands Institute for Neuroscience suggests this instability occurs because the brain regions supporting these different states are competing for dominance. The dream wants to pull you back into passive observation. Your newly activated awareness wants to engage and explore. Learning to stabilize this delicate balance is one of the skills that experienced lucid dreamers develop, allowing them to remain conscious in the dream world for longer periods. When you first become lucid, you might feel an overwhelming urge to do something immediately, to fly, to explore, to test the boundaries of this newfound awareness. But veteran lucid dreamers, interviewed in studies across multiple sleep research centers, recommend something counterintuitive: staying still and calm first. Simply observe. Look at your hands in the dream. Notice details: the lines on your palms, the texture of your skin. This grounding technique helps stabilize the lucid state. Why does this work? The act of focused observation seems to maintain the activation of your prefrontal cortex without overstimulating it. You're exercising your awareness gently, like stretching a muscle that hasn't been used in a while. Too much excitement, too much sudden movement can shock you awake or drop you back into non-lucid dreaming. The visual quality of lucid dreams often surpasses even waking vision. Colors appear more vibrant, more saturated. Details seem impossibly sharp. Many lucid dreamers report that dream environments feel more real than reality itself, with a clarity and depth that ordinary perception rarely achieves. Recent research from the University of Heidelberg suggests this enhanced vividness might occur because your visual cortex is freed from the constraints of actual sensory input. During waking life, what you see is limited by light entering your eyes. by the physical properties of the world around you. But in dreams, your visual cortex can create anything it wants without those limitations. When lucidity adds conscious attention to this unbounded creativity, the result can be stunningly beautiful. A world painted in impossible colors, with infinite detail. Touch sensations in lucid dreams can feel remarkably real. Running your hand along a dream wall, you can feel texture, the roughness of brick, the smoothness of glass, the coolness of metal. Neurological studies using fMRI imaging show that the same sensory processing areas of your brain activate during dream touch as during actual physical contact. Your mind is essentially hallucinating tactile sensations, and it's extraordinarily good at it. Some lucid dreamers report that sensations in dreams can feel even more intense than waking life. Perhaps because there's no actual physical limit to how strong or subtle a sensation can be. Your brain can dial the intensity of any feeling up or down at will, creating experiences of touch that transcend what physical reality allows. Sound in lucid dreams presents an interesting paradox. You're hearing music, voices, environmental sounds, wind, water, footsteps, but your ears aren't actually receiving sound waves. Your auditory cortex is generating these perceptions internally. Research from the Lyon Neuroscience Research Center indicates that dream sounds activate the same neural pathways as real sounds. But the signals originate from memory and imagination rather than sensory input. Some lucid dreamers report being able to summon specific songs or create music that doesn't exist in waking life. The dream becomes a perfect concert hall where you're simultaneously composer, performer, and audience. The silence of your sleeping room contrasts with the symphony playing in your mind. Both states equally real, just in different dimensions of experience. Emotional experiences in lucid dreams can be surprisingly powerful. Feelings of joy, peace, wonder, or even fear can arise with an intensity that matches or exceeds waking emotions. But here's what makes lucid dreaming unique. You can observe these emotions while experiencing them. You can feel sadness while simultaneously recognizing this is just a dream. This dual awareness, feeling and witnessing at the same time, creates a kind of emotional laboratory. Studies from the Central Institute of Mental Health in Germany suggest this might be why some therapists are exploring lucid dreaming as a tool for processing difficult emotions. You can face fears, practice responses, experience situations in a safe space where you always maintain the knowledge that you can choose to wake up or change the dream. Flying appears in many lucid dreams, a common experience among those who dream lucidly. But it's not just the act of flying that's significant. It's the sensation it represents. Flying in a lucid dream often symbolizes the ultimate freedom of awareness. You've recognized the dream. You've stabilized your lucidity. And now you're testing the boundaries of this reality you've awakened inside. The sensation varies. Some describe it as swimming through air. Others as simply willing yourself upward. Physics doesn't constrain you. Gravity is optional. You're experiencing what it means to exist in a space where mental intention directly shapes physical reality. Because in dreams, mental and physical are the same thing. Meeting other people in lucid dreams raises fascinating questions about consciousness. Are these dream characters just projections of your own mind? Or is there something more to them neurologically? We know they're creations of your brain's social cognition networks, the same areas that help you understand and predict other people's behavior while awake. But lucid dreamers often report that dream characters can surprise them, say unexpected things, display autonomous behavior. According to research from the Institute of Cognitive Science in France, this suggests that different parts of your mind can operate semi-independently during dreams. You're having a conversation with yourself, but parts of yourself you don't consciously control, revealing thoughts and perspectives you didn't know you held. The sense of time in lucid dreams differs from waking time. A dream that feels like it lasted hours might span only 15 or 20 minutes of actual sleep. Recent studies using polysomnography, recording brain activity, eye movements, and muscle tension during sleep, confirm that lucid dreams primarily occur during REM sleep periods, which typically last 10 to 30 minutes. Yet within those brief windows, dreamers report experiencing elaborate narratives, extended conversations, and complex sequences of events. Time dilation in dreams remains incompletely understood, but it appears that your brain can compress or expand subjective experience, making moments feel longer or shorter than their actual duration. You're experiencing a relativity of consciousness, where clock time and experience time separate completely. One of the strangest aspects of lucid dreaming is that you can sometimes control the dream environment itself. Want to change the weather? The sky shifts from clear to stormy. Want to visit a beach? The landscape transforms around you. But control in lucid dreams isn't quite like control in waking life. It's more like suggestion or intention. Rather than forcing changes, experienced lucid dreamers describe it as expecting things to change and then allowing the dream to respond. Research from Harvard Medical School suggests this reflects how dreams are fundamentally products of expectation and belief. Your certainty that something will happen helps make it happen. Because in the dream world, belief and reality are intimately connected. The boundary between controlling the dream and being surprised by it creates a unique creative space. Some lucid dreamers describe intentionally surrendering some control, asking the dream to show them something meaningful or to take them somewhere unexpected. They remain lucid, aware they're dreaming, but choose not to micromanage every detail. The dream responds with its own creativity, presenting images and narratives that can feel genuinely surprising despite coming from one's own mind. This collaborative relationship between conscious will and unconscious creativity is something that exists nowhere else in human experience. A conversation between different levels of self, all happening while your body rests peacefully in sleep. Reading in lucid dreams reveals how differently the dreaming brain processes information. Text in dreams is notoriously unstable. Look at a book or sign. Look away. Then look back. The words will have changed. This instability is actually one of the most reliable reality checks for inducing lucidity. According to neuroscience research, the brain regions responsible for language processing are less active during REM sleep, making it difficult to maintain stable symbolic representations like written words. Your visual cortex can create the appearance of text, but your sleeping language centers struggle to keep it consistent. This quirk becomes a doorway to awareness, a glitch in the dream that reveals its nature. Mirrors in lucid dreams often behave strangely, and many lucid dreamers report being either fascinated or unsettled by looking at their reflections. Sometimes the reflection looks normal, sometimes it's distorted, showing an older or younger version of yourself, or something entirely different. Dream mirrors seem to tap into self-perception and self-image in ways that bypass conscious control. Studies of dream content analysis suggest mirrors in dreams might reveal how you unconsciously see yourself, presenting aspects of identity that don't align with your waking self-image. Looking into a dream mirror becomes a kind of psychological exploration, a glimpse into layers of self-perception normally hidden from awareness. Pain in lucid dreams is an interesting phenomenon. Most lucid dreamers report that they can experience pain in dreams, but it's usually less intense than waking pain and feels somehow different, more like the memory or idea of pain than actual suffering. Research from pain neuroscience suggests that without actual tissue damage or nerve signals, the brain creates a simulation of pain based on memory and expectation. In lucid dreams, knowing you're dreaming often allows you to modulate or even eliminate pain sensations through intention. The pain becomes optional, controllable, teaching you something about how much of suffering is mental interpretation rather than pure sensation. Temperature sensations in dreams can range from realistic to impossible. You might feel comfortably warm, or experience cold so intense it should wake you up. Yet you remain asleep and aware. Some lucid dreamers report being able to change temperature through intention, feeling warmth spread through their dream body or coolness wash over them like water. These sensations are entirely generated by your brain's temperature regulation and body mapping systems, operating without any actual thermal stimulation. You're feeling something that isn't physically happening, yet it feels completely real. This reveals how much of all sensation is interpretation, mind-creating experience. Eating in lucid dreams can be a surprisingly vivid experience. Taste, texture, even the sensation of chewing and swallowing can feel remarkably authentic. Research from sensory neuroscience shows that taste perception in dreams activates similar brain regions as actual tasting, with your brain generating flavor experiences from memory. Some lucid dreamers report that dream food can taste better than any waking meal, with flavors more intense or novel combinations impossible in reality. You're experiencing pure sensation divorced from actual nutrition. Taste as pure experience without consequence. Appetite satisfied by imagination alone. The feeling of having a body in lucid dreams is one of the most stable elements of the experience. Even when everything else in the dream is shifting and strange, the sensation of existing in a form, having hands, a face, the ability to move, usually persists. According to embodied cognition research, this reflects how fundamental body awareness is to consciousness itself. Your sense of self is deeply tied to feeling embodied, even when that body is entirely imaginary. In dreams, you exist as a presence, an aware point of view that experiences itself as having form and substance. Gravity in lucid dreams can be whatever you want it to be. Some dreamers enjoy walking normally, feeling the familiar pull of weight and ground. Others choose to float, to fly, to leap impossible distances. The interesting thing is that your brain generates proprioceptive feedback, the sense of where your body is in space and how it's moving, that matches whatever physics you're experiencing. If you're flying, your inner ear and position sense create appropriate sensations. your nervous system simulates the experience completely, making the impossible feel natural. Breathing in dreams is paradoxical. You don't need to breathe. Your dream body isn't physically processing oxygen, yet most people report breathing naturally in dreams anyway. Interestingly, your actual breathing rate during REM sleep can influence dream content. Research shows that external stimuli, including your own breathing rhythm, can be incorporated into dreams. Some lucid dreamers use breathing as an anchor point, a way to maintain awareness by noticing the sensation of breath in the dream while remaining conscious of their actual sleeping body's breathing. Memory in lucid dreams works differently than waking memory. Many lucid dreamers report experiencing this paradoxical quality. You might remember vast amounts of personal history within the dream, or you might forget basic facts about your waking life entirely. Some report being able to access memories they can't consciously recall while awake, as if sleep removes certain blocks on memory retrieval. Others find that waking memories feel distant and unimportant within the dream. You're experiencing how memory is not fixed storage, but an active reconstruction, constantly reshaped by context and consciousness state. After experiencing even one lucid dream, many people report feeling different about sleep itself. Sleep becomes less like a passive void and more like an explorable territory. The boundary between waking and sleeping feels less absolute, more like a spectrum of consciousness with many gradations. According to long-term studies of lucid dreamers, regular lucid dreaming can reduce fear of sleep and death, increase feelings of control and self-efficacy, and foster a sense of wonder about consciousness. That initial moment of lucidity opens a door to understanding mind itself. So what enables that first moment of recognition, that sudden awareness within the dream? The answer lies in how your sleeping brain manages to reactivate specific circuits while staying deeply asleep. Let's pause here and notice your body. As you breathe out slowly, appreciate each tiny cell inside. Trillions of organisms working in silence, heart beating, lungs breathing, brain thinking, all without your command. Notice the gentle sensations on your skin, in your muscles, along your spine. You are a complete ecosystem, diverse, self-balancing. Your mind creates worlds each night while you rest. The same brain listening to these words will soon paint dreamscapes more vivid than waking sight. Breathe in possibility. Breathe out resistance. Now we continue. So what actually happened in your brain during that moment of becoming lucid? Recent neuroimaging studies, particularly ongoing research from multiple sleep laboratories in Germany and the United States, give us unprecedented insight into these brain state transitions. Using fMRI scans and EEG monitoring during verified lucid dreams, researchers can now observe the exact moment when someone becomes lucid. The key finding: during lucid REM sleep, activity increases in the frontopolar cortex and the precuneus, regions associated with self-awareness, self-reflection, and metacognition. These areas normally show reduced activity during non-lucid REM sleep. When they reactivate while you remain asleep, you gain the ability to think about your own thinking, to recognize that you're experiencing a dream. It's your brain essentially waking up in one specific, crucial way while staying deeply asleep in all others. The frontopolar cortex, located at the very front of your frontal lobe, is sometimes called the brain's conductor. It's involved in coordinating different types of thinking, in holding multiple perspectives simultaneously, and in strategic planning. During normal waking life, this region helps you step back from immediate experience and think about it from a distance. Am I making the right decision? What are the consequences of this action? During non-lucid dreams, this conductor falls silent. You're immersed in experience without the capacity to question it. But in lucid dreams, the conductor returns to work, allowing you to observe your dream experience while remaining within it. You gain the ability to be both participant and witness, both dreamer and observer of dreams. The precuneus, a structure deep in the parietal lobe, plays a crucial role in self-processing and first-person perspective. It's involved in the feeling of being yourself, of experiencing life from your unique point of view. Recent research from the University of Wisconsin suggests that precuneus activation during lucid dreaming correlates with the strength of self-awareness in the dream. Higher activation means clearer lucidity, stronger sense of, I know I'm dreaming. Lower activation corresponds to that fragile, unstable lucidity where you're aware but barely, where the slightest distraction might make you forget you're dreaming and slip back into passive experience. This small region appears central to maintaining conscious awareness while consciousness itself sleeps. Gamma wave activity. Brain oscillations in the 40 to 100 Hz range increases significantly during lucid REM sleep compared to non-lucid REM sleep. Studies using high-density EEG, published in prestigious neuroscience journals throughout 2024 and 2025, consistently show this gamma increase, particularly in frontal and temporal regions. Gamma waves are associated with conscious awareness, attention, and the binding together of different aspects of experience into unified perception. During waking consciousness, gamma activity helps integrate sight, sound, touch, emotion, and thought into coherent moments of experience. During lucid dreaming, elevated gamma might serve the same function, binding together the awareness that you're dreaming with the dream experience itself, creating that unique dual consciousness. Interestingly, lucid dreaming appears to exist on a spectrum rather than as a simple on-off state. Some dreams feature only partial lucidity. You might recognize you're dreaming, but have no control. Or you might be able to control certain elements without fully recognizing it's a dream. Research from sleep laboratories in Germany and Switzerland suggests that different brain regions can activate to different degrees, creating various levels and types of lucidity. Full lucidity requires a specific constellation of brain activations, all occurring simultaneously while remaining in REM sleep. This explains why lucidity often feels unstable, why it can fade in and out, why maintaining it requires a delicate balance of awareness. Neurotransmitters play crucial roles in enabling lucid dreaming. Acetylcholine, a neurotransmitter involved in learning, memory, and REM sleep regulation, appears particularly important. Studies from multiple research centers indicate that REM sleep features naturally high acetylcholine levels, which support the vivid sensory experiences and emotional intensity typical of dreams. Certain substances that increase acetylcholine activity, such as galantamine, sometimes used in research settings, can increase the frequency of lucid dreams. This suggests that optimal acetylcholine levels might facilitate the specific pattern of brain activation needed for lucidity, helping to reactivate frontal regions while maintaining REM sleep. The chemistry of consciousness is extraordinarily complex, with tiny molecular changes shifting entire states of awareness. Serotonin and dopamine, two other crucial neurotransmitters, also influence dreaming and lucidity. Serotonin levels drop during REM sleep, which may contribute to the bizarre, uncritical nature of typical dreams. Reduced serotonin appears to decrease reality monitoring and logical thinking. Dopamine, involved in motivation, reward, and emotional processing, remains active during REM and may drive the narrative intensity and emotional coloring of dreams. The exact neurochemical recipe for lucid dreaming is still being investigated, but current evidence suggests it requires a precise balance. Enough REM-related chemistry to maintain sleep and dreaming, but with specific tweaks that allow frontal cortex reactivation. Your brain is a chemical orchestra, and lucidity requires a very particular symphony. The transition into lucid dreaming can happen in different ways, each with slightly different neural signatures. One pathway, called dream-initiated lucid dreaming, starts from normal REM sleep. You're already dreaming when something triggers awareness. A bizarre element. A practiced reality check. The neural transition involves gradual frontopolar cortex activation within ongoing REM. Another pathway, wake-initiated lucid dreaming, involves maintaining consciousness while falling asleep, transitioning directly from waking to lucid REM without losing awareness. This appears to involve different brain state management, more actively sustaining frontal activation through the sleep onset process. Different routes to the same remarkable destination. Consciousness observing its own dreams. Brain connectivity patterns. How different regions communicate with each other. Change distinctively during lucid dreaming. Advanced neuroimaging shows increased connectivity between frontal regions responsible for executive function and posterior regions responsible for sensory processing and memory. This enhanced communication might allow the critical, aware frontal cortex to observe and sometimes influence the creative, generating posterior regions that construct dream content. You're essentially creating a feedback loop within your own brain. The creative centers generate experience, while the analytical centers observe and comment on that generation, occasionally suggesting modifications. It's an internal dialogue that exists nowhere else in mental life. The temporoparietal junction, an area involved in distinguishing self from other and in agency. The sense of being the one who controls your actions, shows interesting activity patterns during lucid dreaming. Research suggests this region helps maintain the feeling that you are the dreamer, the active agent within the dream, rather than just a passive observer of events happening to you. This sense of agency appears crucial for maintaining lucidity. When you feel like you can influence the dream, that empowerment helps sustain awareness. When you feel powerless, swept along by events, lucidity tends to fade back into ordinary dreaming. Sleep spindles, brief bursts of brain activity that occur during lighter sleep stages, might play a role in facilitating lucidity. Recent research indicates that people who experience more frequent sleep spindles tend to report more lucid dreams. Sleep spindles are involved in memory consolidation and in protecting sleep from external disturbances. They might also help stabilize the brain state during the transition into lucid REM, creating a kind of neurological buffer that allows frontal reactivation without triggering full awakening. Your brain has built-in mechanisms for maintaining different consciousness states, and lucidity exploits those mechanisms in unique ways. Brain structure differences appear in natural lucid dreamers. Research using structural MRI imaging has found that people who frequently experience spontaneous lucid dreams tend to show distinct frontopolar cortex characteristics compared to those who rarely dream lucidly. While these studies are still ongoing, they suggest that both innate brain differences and repeated lucid dreaming experience may strengthen relevant neural networks over time. Perhaps it works both ways. Genetic predisposition creates initial differences. Then repeated lucid dreaming strengthens those networks, increasing both structural development and lucidity frequency. The relationship between brain anatomy and lucid dreaming appears to be bidirectional and dynamic. The concept of metacognition, thinking about thinking, appears central to lucid dreaming. Metacognitive abilities during waking life correlate with lucid dream frequency. People who are naturally more reflective, who frequently step back and observe their own thoughts and behaviors, tend to experience more lucid dreams. This makes intuitive sense. Lucidity is essentially metacognition during sleep, observing your dream thoughts and experiences rather than simply having them. If your brain is practiced at this observational stance while awake, it might more easily slip into that same stance during sleep, recognizing dreams for what they are. Working memory capacity. Your ability to hold and manipulate information in mind also relates to lucid dreaming ability. Better working memory correlates with higher lucidity frequency and more stable lucid dreams. This makes sense, given that maintaining lucidity requires holding multiple things in awareness simultaneously. The dream experience itself. The knowledge that you're dreaming, often an intention to do something within the dream, and sometimes a memory of techniques to stabilize the lucid state. It's cognitively demanding to juggle all these elements while your brain is fundamentally in a sleep state designed for reduced cognitive effort. The posterior cingulate cortex, part of the brain's default mode network involved in self-referential thinking and mind-wandering, shows unique activation patterns during lucid dreaming. Some research suggests this region might help integrate self-awareness with dream narrative, allowing you to recognize this is my dream. I am the dreamer, rather than just passively experiencing events. The complex interplay of multiple brain networks, default mode, frontoparietal executive, sensory processing, creates the multifaceted phenomenon of lucid dreaming. It's not one area waking up, but a specific configuration of many areas communicating in precisely orchestrated ways. You're still here with me, thoughts still flickering like candlelight. Just notice. Don't judge. Just notice where your mind is. We're exploring consciousness itself, the very thing doing the exploring right now. Strange, beautiful, and perfectly calm. Let's drift onward together. Lucid dreaming occupies a fascinating borderland between waking and sleeping consciousness. You're in REM sleep. Your body is paralyzed. Your eyes are moving beneath closed lids. You're biologically asleep by every measurable standard. Yet simultaneously, you possess waking-like awareness, critical thinking, and volitional control. This hybrid state represents something genuinely unique in the landscape of consciousness. Research from the Institute of Cognitive Science in France characterizes it as a dissociated state where features of waking and REM sleep occur concurrently. You're experiencing what it means to be in two states that shouldn't coexist, proving that consciousness is far more flexible and multifaceted than rigid wake-sleep categories suggest. The boundaries between states are softer than we typically imagine. Sleep paralysis, while sometimes frightening, reveals the protective mechanisms that make lucid dreaming possible. During REM sleep, your brainstem actively suppresses muscle activation to prevent you from physically acting out dreams. This paralysis is crucial. Without it, you'd move, potentially injuring yourself or disrupting sleep. In lucid dreams, you become aware while this paralysis remains active. You realize you can't move your sleeping body even as you move freely in the dream body. Some people occasionally wake into conscious awareness while still paralyzed. Experiencing sleep paralysis, this can feel frightening, but it's simply becoming conscious at the wrong point in the wake-sleep cycle. Awareness arriving before movement returns. Understanding this removes much of the fear. False awakenings, dreaming that you've woken up when you're still asleep, occur frequently around lucid dreaming. You might dream you're getting out of bed, starting your day, then realize something is wrong and recognize you're still dreaming. Studies of dream content show false awakenings happen more often to people practicing lucid dreaming techniques, possibly because the brain is hovering in that borderland between sleep and wake, creating dream scenarios about waking. These experiences beautifully illustrate how thin the line between sleeping and waking can become. You're so close to actual waking that your dreaming mind simulates it, creating a copy of waking that's almost indistinguishable from the real thing. The sensation of having two bodies simultaneously, your sleeping physical body and your dream body, is something unique to lucid dreaming. Some experienced lucid dreamers report being able to sense both the dream body flying or moving through dream landscapes, and simultaneously an awareness of the physical body lying still in bed. This dual proprioception, position and movement sense in two bodies at once, shouldn't be possible according to normal sensory processing. Yet consciousness in this state proves flexible enough to hold both perspectives. You're inhabiting two bodies in two realities, one imaginary and one physical. Awareness spanning across both, like a bridge between worlds. Time perception becomes particularly strange in this in-between state. You might feel like you've been lucid dreaming for an hour, exploring vast landscapes, having long conversations. But when you wake and check, only 10 or 15 minutes of REM sleep have passed. Conversely, sometimes what feels like a brief lucid moment corresponds to a longer sleep period. Research using external timing signals. Researchers have asked lucid dreamers to perform specific eye movements to signal when they become lucid and when they estimate time has passed. Shows subjective time and objective time can diverge significantly. You're experiencing time as pure subjective duration, divorced from clocks, existing in your own personal temporal flow. Some lucid dreamers report accessing different levels of lucidity, deeper states where the dream becomes more malleable and awareness more clear. These deeper states correlate with increased frontal cortex activation and stronger gamma synchronization across brain regions. In shallow lucidity, You might know you're dreaming but still feel somewhat constrained by dream logic. In deeper lucidity, reality feels completely flexible, responsive to intention almost instantly. Moving between these levels within a single lucid dream provides direct experiential evidence of how consciousness exists in gradations, how awareness itself has depth and intensity that can shift moment to moment, even within a single unified state. The feeling of pure presence in lucid dreams, existing as awareness without the usual boundaries and stories of identity, can be profoundly peaceful. Some lucid dreamers describe moments where they stop doing anything in the dream and simply exist, observing the dream world without agenda or desire. This state resembles meditative awareness, conscious presence without grasping or resistance. Recent studies exploring lucid dreaming and contemplative practices suggest both states involve similar patterns of meta-awareness and reduced default mode network activity. You're experiencing consciousness in its most basic form. Awareness, aware of itself, stripped of the usual narratives and concerns. Emotional regulation becomes possible in unique ways during lucid dreaming. Knowing you're dreaming provides psychological distance from dream events. A nightmare recognized as a dream loses much of its power to frighten. You can face fears directly, knowing they can't truly harm you. Research into lucid dreaming as potential therapy for nightmares and PTSD explores this capacity. If you can become lucid during a nightmare, you can choose to face the threat, transform it, or simply observe it without fear. The dream becomes a safe training ground for emotional resilience, teaching you that fears are mental constructions you can relate to skillfully. Communication between the sleeping brain and the external world becomes possible during lucid dreaming. In a groundbreaking 2021 study published in Current Biology, researchers successfully established two-way communication with lucid dreamers during REM sleep. 4 independent laboratory groups in France, Germany, the Netherlands, and the United States demonstrated that dreamers could use pre-arranged eye movement patterns to signal they were lucid, and experimenters could present questions through auditory stimuli or light flashes. Dreamers responded with more eye movements, or by incorporating answers into dream actions. This interactive dreaming shows you can receive messages from waking reality while dreaming, and send messages back, bridging two states of consciousness that were thought to be completely separate. Halfway through our journey, a pattern emerges. Lucid dreaming reveals that waking and sleeping aren't opposite states, but points on a continuum. Consciousness isn't binary, on or off, asleep or awake, but rather a space with many possible configurations. You can be deeply asleep yet aware, unconscious yet observing, paralyzed yet free. These paradoxes aren't contradictions but demonstrations of consciousness's fundamental flexibility. Your brain can simultaneously maintain opposing states because consciousness itself is more fluid, more malleable, more mysterious than our usual categories suggest. The boundary between dreaming and waking is permeable, crossable, something you can learn to navigate. Take a slow breath and feel this. You exist right now in a particular configuration of consciousness. Awake, listening, thinking, resting. But this configuration is just one possibility among infinite possible states of awareness. Soon, when you sleep, your consciousness will shift into different forms. Dreaming, deep stillness, cycling through stages, None of these states is more real than the others. They're all equally you. All equally valid expressions of awareness. You're not just one fixed thing. You're a process, constantly flowing between states, each one offering its own way of experiencing existence. Let that possibility settle into your awareness. And now we continue our drift through the science of dreaming consciousness. Can you learn to have lucid dreams intentionally? Research consistently shows yes. While some people naturally experience frequent lucid dreams without trying, others can develop the skill through specific techniques and practices. Studies from sleep research laboratories worldwide, including recent meta-analyses published in 2024, demonstrate that structured training significantly increases lucid dreaming frequency. Success rates vary. Some people achieve lucidity within days of practice. Others take weeks or months. And a small percentage find lucidity elusive despite effort. But for most people, lucid dreaming is learnable. A skill that improves with practice, like learning an instrument or a language. You're training your brain to recognize a specific state and respond in particular ways. Reality testing forms the foundation of many lucid dreaming techniques. The practice is simple. Throughout your waking day, you periodically question whether you're dreaming. You might try to push your finger through your palm. Check if text remains stable when you look away and back. Or simply ask yourself, am I dreaming? And look for inconsistencies in your environment. The logic is elegant. These habits transfer into dreams. If you habitually question reality while awake, eventually you'll perform a reality check while dreaming. When dream physics behaves differently, your finger does pass through your palm. Awareness arrives. You recognize the dream through this practiced questioning. This habit of checking reality's consistency. Over time, these checks become automatic, creating doorways to lucidity throughout your sleep. The MILD technique, mnemonic induction of lucid dreams, developed by Stephen LaBerge at Stanford University, uses prospective memory training. Before sleep, you repeatedly imagine yourself becoming lucid in a dream, visualizing, recognizing a dream sign, and realizing you're dreaming. You form an intention. Next time I'm dreaming, I will remember that I'm dreaming. This intention setting plants a seed in your mind that can sprout during sleep. Research shows MILD significantly increases lucidity frequency, especially when combined with other techniques. You're essentially programming your sleeping consciousness with a task to complete. A reminder to wake up into awareness while staying asleep. Wake back to bed. Waking after several hours of sleep. Staying awake briefly. Then returning to sleep. Takes advantage of REM cycle timing. Your longest, most vivid REM periods occur in the later sleep cycles, typically in the early morning hours. By briefly waking during this window, you increase meta-awareness and then re-enter sleep with heightened consciousness. Studies show this technique significantly boosts lucid dream probability, particularly when combined with MILD during the wake period. You're strategically interrupting sleep to create conditions where awareness is more likely to persist into dreaming. Surfing the boundary between wake and sleep. Dream journaling. Immediately recording dreams upon waking. Serves multiple functions in developing lucidity. Writing dreams strengthens dream recall, making you more familiar with your personal dream patterns and recurring elements. This familiarity helps you recognize dreams while they're happening. The practice also demonstrates to your sleeping mind that dreams matter, that you value and pay attention to them. Research on dream recall and lucidity shows strong correlation. Better dream memory predicts more frequent lucid dreams. By honoring your dreams through recording them, you're building a relationship with your sleeping consciousness, creating dialogue between waking and dreaming selves. Dream signs, recurring themes, people, places, or impossibilities that appear in your personal dreams become guideposts toward lucidity once you've identified them through journal analysis. These are distinct from reality checks, which test the laws of physics. Dream signs are your unconscious mind's signature patterns, the particular symbols and scenarios it tends to create. If you frequently dream about a childhood home, you can set an intention. When I see that house, I'll know I'm dreaming. Learning to spot dream signs is learning your own symbolic language. The way your dreaming mind expresses itself uniquely. Your unconscious leaves breadcrumbs for your conscious awareness to find. The WILD technique, wake-initiated lucid dream, involves maintaining awareness through the transition from waking into sleep. You lie still, relaxing deeply while keeping a thread of consciousness active. As your body falls asleep, you observe the process. Hypnagogic imagery arising, physical sensations changing, awareness shifting. If you can maintain observation without interrupting the sleep process, you transition directly into a lucid dream without losing consciousness. This technique is challenging, but can produce extremely vivid, stable lucid dreams. You're essentially surfing the wave of sleep onset, riding the boundary with deliberate awareness. Meditation practice correlates significantly with lucid dreaming frequency. People who regularly meditate, particularly mindfulness meditation, report more frequent lucid dreams than non-meditators. Both practices involve metacognitive awareness, observing your mental processes rather than being lost in them. Meditation strengthens this observational muscle during waking hours, and that strength carries into sleep. Research from contemplative neuroscience shows meditators and frequent lucid dreamers share similar brain activation patterns in regions associated with meta-awareness. The boundary between meditation and lucid dreaming blurs. Both are practices of conscious presence, of awareness, watching itself. Certain sleep positions may influence lucid dreaming likelihood. Some research suggests sleeping on your back increases REM sleep periods and might facilitate lucidity. Though findings are mixed, what matters more than specific position is comfort and sleep quality. Poor sleep, fragmented sleep, or sleep deprivation generally decrease lucidity frequency. Your brain needs to reach and maintain REM sleep effectively for lucid dreams to occur. Creating good sleep hygiene, consistent schedule, comfortable environment, adequate duration provides the foundation. You're cultivating conditions where consciousness can safely explore its own dreaming states. The relationship between expectation and lucidity is surprisingly powerful. Believing you'll have a lucid dream tonight increases the probability significantly. According to studies on expectancy effects in lucid dreaming, this isn't magical thinking. It's how priming works. Expecting something makes your brain more likely to notice evidence of it, more prepared to recognize it. If you expect lucidity, your sleeping mind is prepared for that possibility, more likely to activate the right neural circuits when dream signs appear. Expectation creates readiness. and readiness creates opportunity. Environmental factors can support lucid dreaming practice. Some people find sleeping in new locations increases lucidity, possibly because novel environments create lighter, more vigilant sleep where awareness more easily persists. Others use external stimuli, gentle light flashing during REM periods, subtle sounds or vibrations, as cues incorporated into dreams that trigger lucidity. The evidence for technological lucidity aids is mixed, with some studies showing benefit and others showing minimal effect. What works varies individually. You're discovering what combination of conditions best supports your particular consciousness navigating into lucid dreams. Visualization practice while awake can translate into dream abilities. Athletes who practice skills through mental rehearsal show real performance improvements. Similarly, visualizing yourself becoming lucid, imagining dream scenarios and your lucid responses, appears to increase actual lucid dream frequency. You're rehearsing a script your sleeping brain can follow. Recent research on motor imagery and dreaming suggests the neural pathways activated during vivid imagination overlap significantly with those active during dreaming. Waking imagination becomes a bridge to sleeping lucidity. Galantamine, a supplement that increases acetylcholine activity, has shown significant effects in research studies on lucid dreaming. A 2018 study published in PLOS One found that when taken during sleep interruption techniques, 8 milligrams of galantamine resulted in lucid dreams for 42% of participants, one of the highest success rates in lucid dream research. However, it's not suitable for everyone and can have side effects. The ethical and safe approach involves consulting medical professionals before using any substance. The fact that a neurochemical intervention can dramatically affect lucidity reinforces how lucid dreaming is fundamentally a brain state, one accessible through understanding brain chemistry. Patience matters more than any technique. Developing lucidity often involves gradual progress. First improving dream recall, then occasionally noticing you're dreaming but waking immediately, then brief, unstable lucidity, gradually building toward longer, clearer lucid dreams. Studies of long-term practitioners show this progression is common. Frustration and pressure can actually inhibit lucidity by creating sleep anxiety. A gentle, curious approach works better. You're cultivating a relationship with sleep, and relationships develop through consistent, patient attention rather than force. Personal motivation influences success with lucid dreaming techniques. Research shows people motivated by curiosity and exploration achieve lucidity more readily than those motivated by escape or control. Approaching lucid dreaming as playful exploration rather than desperate achievement creates better conditions. Your sleeping mind responds to emotional tone. Anxiety about whether you'll succeed creates activation that disrupts sleep. Curious openness creates relaxed attention that allows both good sleep and lucidity to emerge naturally. The combination of techniques often works better than single methods alone. Research suggests using multiple approaches: reality testing during the day, dream journaling, mild intention setting, wake back to bed timing, creates synergistic effects. Each technique addresses different aspects of the lucidity challenge. Reality testing builds recognition habits. Journaling improves recall and pattern awareness. Mild sets intention. Wake back to bed optimizes timing. Together, They create multiple pathways toward the same goal. You're not just practicing one skill, but developing a comprehensive lucidity practice that engages your consciousness from multiple angles. The more connections you build between waking awareness and sleeping experience, the more likely those connections are to activate when needed. Some people report that lucid dreaming ability comes in waves. Periods of frequent lucidity followed by dry spells where lucidity becomes rare despite continued practice. This fluctuation appears normal and might relate to changes in sleep quality, stress levels, overall health, or simply natural variation in how your brain cycles through different states. Long-term practitioners learn not to be discouraged by these fluctuations. Lucidity will return. The skill doesn't disappear, though its expression varies. You're working with a living, changing system. Your brain and body in different life phases, different seasons, different states of health and stress. Accepting this natural variation reduces frustration and maintains sustainable practice. Children and adolescents report relatively high rates of lucid dreaming. Recent research found that about 67% of adolescents have experienced at least one lucid dream, with around 30% experiencing lucidity monthly. The reasons aren't entirely clear, but may relate to brain plasticity during development, more fluid boundaries between imagination and reality, or simply greater dream recall in younger people. Some researchers speculate that as we age and our waking reality becomes more fixed and predictable, we lose some flexibility in consciousness. But the good news is that adults can relearn lucidity through intentional practice, suggesting the capacity remains available throughout life, waiting to be reactivated. Cultural attitudes toward dreaming influence lucid dream frequency. Societies that value dreams discuss them regularly and view them as meaningful report higher rates of lucid dreaming among their members. Western industrial cultures that dismiss dreams as meaningless random neural firing show lower lucidity rates. This suggests that cultural framing shapes how we relate to our own consciousness. When dreams are honored, when sleeping experience is considered valuable, people pay more attention to it. And that attention facilitates lucidity. Your beliefs about whether dreams matter literally change how you experience them, demonstrating again how consciousness is shaped by meaning and expectation. Research on lucid dreaming and sleep quality shows nuanced results. Studies using polysomnography, measuring actual sleep architecture, find that spontaneous lucid dreams don't disrupt normal sleep patterns or reduce rest quality. However, research also shows that intensive practice of induction techniques, particularly methods involving repeated awakenings or excessive mental effort, can sometimes fragment sleep. A 2018 French study found that deliberately attempting to induce lucid dreams correlated with slightly poorer sleep quality, but only when the attempts created performance anxiety. The key appears to be approaching lucidity with gentle curiosity rather than achievement pressure, allowing it to emerge naturally within good sleep hygiene rather than forcing it at sleep's expense. Balanced practice supports rather than stresses your sleep. Some experienced lucid dreamers report that over time, their approach to lucidity shifts. Initial excitement about control and adventure gradually gives way to appreciating lucidity for the insight it provides into consciousness itself. Rather than flying or creating elaborate scenarios, they find themselves simply observing the dream with gentle awareness, marveling at how mind generates experience. This evolution mirrors contemplative practice. from doing to being, from achievement to presence. The goal stops being lucidity itself and becomes using lucidity as a lens for understanding awareness. You're moving from lucid dreaming as entertainment to lucid dreaming as meditation. Dream incubation. The practice of intending to dream about specific topics can be combined with lucidity techniques. Before sleep, you focus on a question or theme you'd like to explore. Then additionally set an intention to become lucid. Research shows this combination can produce lucid dreams that address your intended topic, creating a kind of directed self-exploration. You're essentially asking your unconscious mind to both address specific content and make that content available to conscious awareness. The resulting experiences can feel deeply meaningful, as if different parts of yourself are communicating directly. The relationship between lucid dreaming and sleep paralysis is important to understand. Both involve unusual overlaps between wake and sleep states. Some people attempting lucid dreaming, particularly with wild techniques, occasionally experience sleep paralysis. Awareness before movement returns. Understanding that paralysis is natural REM state muscle atonia, not something harmful, removes fear. With practice, some people learn to transition from sleep paralysis into lucid dreams, using the paralysis as a doorway rather than experiencing it as frightening. Knowledge transforms the experience from terrifying to interesting, even useful. Technology continues to evolve around lucid dreaming, with devices claiming to trigger or enhance lucidity through various means. Light signals, audio cues, brainwave monitoring. Research results are mixed. Some studies show modest effects. Others show little benefit beyond placebo. What seems to matter most is the user's engagement and practice. Technology might help people who are already doing the mental work, but rarely creates lucidity in people who aren't otherwise practicing. The most reliable technology remains your own awareness, trained through patient, consistent practice. Understanding that lucid dreaming is a learnable skill removes mysticism and empowers practice. You're not trying to access some supernatural state or transcendent realm beyond normal human capacity. You're simply learning to recognize a naturally occurring brain state, REM sleep, and respond to it with awareness rather than passive immersion. This demystification makes lucid dreaming accessible. You don't need special gifts or paranormal abilities. You need information about how sleep works, techniques that align with sleep neurobiology, and patient practice. The extraordinary emerges from understanding and working with ordinary processes. Almost done. Relax even deeper. Think about all the different states your consciousness moves through: waking, drowsing, dreaming, deep sleep. Each state is you, but experiencing existence differently, like water shifting between ice, liquid, and vapor, still water, just in different forms. Your consciousness is like that, always awareness, always you, just configured in different ways as you move through sleep cycles. No state is better than another. Each serves its purpose. Each offers its own kind of experience and rest. Right now, you're drifting toward sleep, your consciousness preparing to shift forms, to enter those other states where different rules apply. Let it happen naturally, like water flowing downhill, following gravity. seeking its own level. We'll continue with the final facts, and then you can drift completely into whatever state comes next. Lucid dreaming teaches profound lessons about the nature of reality itself. When you're in a lucid dream, the dream world feels completely real, vivid, detailed, coherent. You can touch things, hear sounds, experience emotions, yet you know with absolute certainty that none of it exists outside your mind. This direct experience of reality as mental construction raises questions about waking life. How much of what you consider real is also constructed by your perceiving mind? Lucid dreams show that your brain can create entire convincing worlds from nothing but its own activity. The self you experience in lucid dreams. The I that recognizes the dream and makes choices. Feels continuous with your waking self, yet exists in a body and world that don't physically exist. This raises beautiful questions about identity. What is the self? If it can exist equally in dream and waking, is consciousness the self, rather than any particular body or circumstance? Lucid dreams suggest that you are fundamentally awareness itself, something that can inhabit different realities, different forms, while remaining essentially you. Control in lucid dreams is never absolute, which reveals something about free will and control more generally. You can intend things in a lucid dream, often successfully, but the dream also responds in unexpected ways. Parts of your mind you don't consciously control participate in dream creation. This mirrors waking life. You have agency. You make choices. Yet much happens outside conscious control. Lucid dreams become a laboratory for exploring the relationship between intention and outcome, between conscious will and unconscious process, showing both their power and their limits. Meeting parts of yourself as separate dream characters offers unique self-insight. In lucid dreams, you can ask dream figures, "Who are you?" or "What do you represent?" Sometimes their answers surprise you, revealing perspectives or emotions you hadn't consciously acknowledged. Dream characters can represent aspects of your own psyche, fears, desires, unrecognized qualities. Lucidity allows dialogue with these aspects, integration of split-off parts of self, healing of internal conflicts through conscious engagement. The boundary between subject and object dissolves in interesting ways during lucid dreams. You're the dreamer creating the dream, yet you're also a character within the dream. You're simultaneously the author and the protagonist, the artist and the artwork. Some lucid dreamers report moments of recognizing they're not just in the dream, but are the dream. That the entire experience, environment and perceiver both, is one unified manifestation of consciousness. This non-dual awareness, reported in both lucid dreaming and meditative states, suggests consciousness as fundamentally unified. Time's malleable nature in lucid dreams demonstrates that temporal experience is constructed, not absolute. You can experience hours in minutes, or compress experiences that feel brief but contain elaborate narrative. This reveals that the steady flow of time you experience while awake is also a construction, your brain creating the sensation of time passing. Time itself might not exist as you usually imagine it. Only consciousness moving through different states, creating the illusion of duration. Death becomes less frightening when you regularly experience consciousness persisting through different states. Each night, you lose waking consciousness, enter other states, then return to waking. Lucid dreaming shows this cycle consciously, awareness watching itself transition between forms. Many cultures and contemplative traditions suggest death might be similar, consciousness shifting to different states rather than ending. While science can't confirm this, lucid dreamers often report reduced death anxiety, having experienced consciousness as something fluid and transformable. The vividness of lucid dreams challenges assumptions about physical reality being more real than mental experience. Phenomenologically, from the perspective of experience itself, lucid dreams can be just as real, sometimes more intensely real, than waking life. Reality might be better understood as different modes of experience rather than a single objective truth. Your consciousness creates reality in every moment, whether waking or dreaming. The difference is just which kinds of constraints apply: physical laws or dream logic. Creativity flourishes in lucid dreams because usual limitations don't apply. You can visualize anything instantly. Test ideas. Explore possibilities without real-world consequences. Some artists, writers, and scientists report using lucid dreams for creative problem-solving, allowing their unconscious minds to generate solutions while their conscious minds observe and direct. The state offers a unique combination: creative, unconscious freedom plus conscious awareness and intention. This partnership between consciousness levels exists nowhere else so vividly. Empathy and perspective-taking can deepen through lucid dreaming. You can choose to become different people in dreams, experiencing their perspective directly rather than just imagining it. Research on perspective-taking in lucid dreams suggests this builds real-world empathy. The experience of inhabiting another viewpoint, even a dream viewpoint, strengthens capacity for understanding others. You're practicing seeing through eyes other than your own, feeling what it's like to be someone else. Some research explores lucid dreaming's potential for healing, both psychological and physical. Early studies suggest nightmare sufferers who learn lucidity can transform their nightmares, with preliminary evidence showing reduced PTSD symptoms. Research also investigates lucid dreaming for pain management, motor recovery after injury, and emotional processing. While not replacing traditional medicine, lucid dreaming offers complementary approaches. Consciousness, creating a safe space for practicing difficult things, confronting fears, rehearsing skills. The dream becomes a training ground for healing. Wonder and awe return through lucid dreaming, feelings that adult life sometimes loses. Experiencing the impossible regularly, flying, breathing underwater, visiting places that don't exist, reawakens childlike amazement. This wonder carries into waking life. If dreams can be consciously explored, what else is possible? Lucidity opens doors in imagination and possibility thinking, showing that reality contains more mystery and potential than routine assumes. The world becomes magical again. Questions about consciousness and reality become personal through lucid dreaming, not just abstract philosophy. What is awareness? What is reality? What is the self? These aren't just intellectual puzzles, but lived experiences you explore each time you become lucid. Philosophy becomes experiential, phenomenology personal. You investigate consciousness from inside consciousness itself. using awareness to study awareness. Mind examining mind, the ultimate subject-object inquiry. Unity consciousness, the feeling that boundaries between self and world dissolve, occurs in some deep, lucid dreams. Dreamers report experiencing themselves as the entire dream rather than just a character within it. This mirrors mystical experiences described across contemplative traditions, whether revealing fundamental truth or showing how consciousness can configure itself. These experiences profoundly affect those who have them, often permanently shifting their understanding of existence. So could lucid dreaming change how we understand consciousness? It already has. Lucid dreaming research contributed significantly to contemporary consciousness science, demonstrating that awareness can study its own altered states, that subjective experience can be rigorously investigated, that consciousness is far more flexible and strange than early neuroscience assumed. Every lucid dream is a small experiment in what consciousness can be and do. Millions of these experiments happen nightly, expanding our collective understanding. The real gift of lucid dreaming isn't control or adventure, though those are wonderful. The real gift is metacognitive awareness, the ability to observe your experience while having it, to recognize mind's creations while mind is creating them. This awareness, once developed in dreams, strengthens in waking life too. You become more conscious of thoughts, emotions, reactions, habits. You recognize mental constructions more readily. Lucid dreaming humbles and empowers simultaneously. Humbles because you realize how much of experience is mind's construction, how little you control despite feeling in charge. Empowers because you discover consciousness is trainable, explorable, that awareness can witness and sometimes shape its own states. You're neither powerless nor omnipotent, but something interesting between, a consciousness discovering its own nature through investigation and practice. Perhaps every person experiences consciousness slightly differently, with lucid dreaming just one variation in the vast spectrum of possible awareness states. What you call a lucid dream might be one color in a rainbow of consciousness configurations. Sleepwalking, hypnagogia, meditation, flow states, each a unique mode of being aware. You're exploring your particular mind's particular capacities, discovering what consciousness can do when given attention and permission, the companionship of other lucid dreamers. Finding people who share this interest often matters greatly. Reading others' experiences, sharing your own, feeling less alone in these strange nighttime journeys creates community. Online forums, research studies, books by experienced dreamers all contribute to collective knowledge. You're part of a tradition of consciousness explorers, people curious about mind's nature, willing to investigate sleep's mysteries. Language struggles to capture lucid dreaming's full experiential richness. Words like dream and awareness point toward the experience, but can't fully convey what it feels like to be conscious in that unique way. Some things can only be known through direct experience. You have to have a lucid dream to truly understand what one is. Description guides toward experience, but never replaces it. Gratitude often arises in lucid dreams. Thankfulness for consciousness itself, for the gift of experience, for the miracle of being aware. Standing lucid in a dream, you might feel grateful for your mind's capacity to create such beauty. Such complexity, such wonder from nothing but its own activity. This gratitude carries into waking. Appreciation for consciousness in all its forms. Sleeping and waking, both miraculous. The journey through lucidity mirrors the journey through life. Learning to recognize where you are, to respond skillfully, to appreciate each moment's transience. Dreams teach that everything is temporary, that states change, that holding on is futile. You practice letting go, accepting impermanence, finding peace in flux. These lessons translate directly into waking life, where everything likewise arises and passes, where awareness watches it all unfold. Perhaps consciousness continues developing capacities we haven't yet discovered. Lucid dreaming seemed impossible until experienced, then improbable until studied. Now it's accepted neuroscience. What other consciousness capacities await discovery? What other ways of being aware might humans learn? Lucid dreaming suggests consciousness is not fixed, but evolvable. That awareness itself can grow and change through intention and practice. The most profound insight lucid dreaming offers might be the simplest. You are not your thoughts, your body, your circumstances. You are the awareness witnessing all of it. This awareness exists in dreams without a physical body, observes thoughts without being them, persists through changing circumstances. You are consciousness itself, and consciousness is the one constant through every changing state. And so we return to that initial moment, suddenly recognizing you're dreaming while the dream continues. That moment reveals what you truly are. Awareness, aware of itself. Consciousness, witnessing its own creations. The observer and observed simultaneously. This is lucid dreaming's ultimate teaching. Not how to control dreams, but how to recognize yourself as consciousness itself. Playing in all these forms. Waking, dreaming, sleeping, yet never actually changing. Always simply aware, always present, always home. And so, our quiet journey through lucid dreaming comes to a gentle close. We've traveled from that first electric moment of recognition, knowing you're dreaming while the dream continues, to the neuroscience of brain states bridging sleep and wake, discovering along the way that consciousness is far more flexible and mysterious than ordinary experience suggests. From brain regions activating while you sleep, to techniques for finding that awareness again, to philosophical revelations about reality and self. We've glimpsed how lucid dreaming is both a natural brain state and a doorway to profound insight. Lucid dreaming reminds us that consciousness never truly stops, just changes form. Much of awareness's most interesting work happens in silence, in darkness. While your body rests and repairs, dreams teach us about impermanence, creativity, the constructed nature of all experience. They teach patience, wonder, the value of simply observing without always needing to control. By pausing to explore these nighttime states, we glimpse the extraordinary nature of ordinary awareness. And now, in these final minutes, take the deepest breath you can, as deep as possible. Think about the unity of every state you experience: waking, drowsing, dreaming, deep sleep. All expressions of one continuous awareness, one consciousness, exploring different configurations. You are not separate from any state. You are the awareness moving through them all. Let your entire being dissolve into the ocean of consciousness, into dreamless rest, into the space before thought. Prepare for deep sleep. No boundaries left, only peace. If this thoughtful exploration of the mind made you feel less alone, whisper it forward to someone awake tonight. It may bring comfort to one more wandering consciousness, one quiet share, one peaceful night at a time. But there's no need to do anything now, nothing at all. You've traveled far tonight, farther than most journeys take you. You can allow these thoughts of dreaming and awareness to fade now, like morning mist dissolving in sunlight, leaving only gentle calm behind. Let your breathing deepen. Let your body feel heavier, as if gravity itself is gently pulling you down into the mattress, into the earth, into rest. If sleep comes, let it carry you like a slow river flowing to the sea, smoothly, inevitably, into a realm where time and weight no longer matter. If your eyes are still open, another video waits for you, ready to continue the journey. But if they're closed, stay there. Stay in the darkness that feels safe and warm. Tomorrow, dreams will still be there. Your consciousness will still cycle through its states, creating worlds each night. But tonight belongs to stillness. Rest well, curious dreamer, and remember, you are not just the one who dreams. You are the awareness witnessing dreams, the consciousness that never sleeps even in deepest sleep. Always present, always aware, always home. Fall asleep to dreamy facts. Good night.